Good morning. Welcome to our English class. The mysterious picture. That is the topic of the day. Students of 8th standard. We are in a challenging period. We are going through in such a challenging period. Here in the Victor channel, you have already watched the mysterious picture, the unit 1. And in that class, we didn't cover some of the activities belongs to the first unit. Let us go to the activity. Before that, let me wind up the story, sum up the story. What was the story? A painter, he comes to a palace and he asks to be appointed as the royal painter or palace painter, and he asked permission, and there a lot of problems arise there, and he was given a warm welcome by the archduke, and he gives permission at last. But there was a problem for painting. What was the problem? He was asked to paint all courtiers, including the archduke and all members of the palace. But each member of the palace asked them to make them more beautiful, not how they are now. But the archduke ordered him, asked him to paint how they are. So this painter did not, he was in a confusion how to do. Either he should obey the archduke or he should obey the courtiers. That was the problem there in this mysterious picture. So he was very clever and he decided not to paint but act as painting. And at last he told that only the people with noble blood can see my picture. It was a trick or a technique by the painter. And his name, I think Till, T-Y-L is the painter's name. And what did he do? He did not paint at all. And at last he came to the all courtiers, and the archduke came and said, this empty place, there was no painting was there, and all of them opined and they remarked that it is a marvelous picture, magnificent picture, something like that. Thus he overcome the problem. So there was a problem, there was a solution. So this was the subject or the topic of this story, and I think you have already understood the story. And today I am going to move to the activities that you have to do in your textbook and some of them in the notebook. So all of you take your textbook, page number 17. We look at the activity number 1. Let us revisit. That's the first activity. You have read the story of Tile, haven't you? Now fill the story map suitably. You have to fill the story map. Here characters, setting, problem, solution. There are the 4 columns are there. So you have to fill that. So in the first column you have to write the characters. Who are the characters? Who can say the characters, name of the characters? Who is the main character? Till. Then who are the other? Captain of the guards, archduke, then commander-in-chief, the lady, young lady, jester, etc., etc. There are a lot of characters are there in the story. So in that column you have to write the name of characters. Who are the characters there? and settings. In the column settings, you have to write where. Settings is where the actions are taking place. So, it is a palace, then dining hall, then drawing room. So, something like that. When you go through the story, you will understand where these actions are taking place. Another one, the third one, problem. There is a problem. What is the problem here? We have already discussed about the problem. What was the problem? Archduke commanded him to paint as like the character, all characters, same as they, how they are, you have to paint. And what did the characters told him? The courtiers wanted, what did they want? They wanted to make them beautiful by what is called by making them, changing their figures, changing their shapes and make them as beautiful as can. So there was a problem. So that was to be written there, problem. And the last column you have to write the solution. What did the painter do? Painter did not paint the picture. He asked for more time, for more and more time. He extended time. I want some more time, some more time. All this time he was, what was he doing? He was eating splendidly and he was spending a lot of, that means he was very happily spent his time there. So you have to write the characters, settings, problem, solution. So this you have to write there. So story map, or this story, fill the story map. So read again the story and fill the story map suitably. So that was the first homework for you, and you need not write it in a notebook, only in the textbook will be enough. You just write it on the textbook. Okay, I think you have understood. Now let us move to the next activity. What is second activity? The courtiers did not want to be portrayed the picture in the manner they really looked like. The courtiers liked to be painted in the manner they look like, how they are. They did not like. Complete the following table by revising the story. Now you have to do one thing. Just there are three characters, main three characters are there: commander-in-chief, elderly lady, young lady. So you have to write what is the real appearance of these three characters. First of all, commander-in-chief, how was the real appearance and the way they wanted to be portrayed. So in the third column you have to write how he wanted to be portrayed. So second column, his real appearance, and third column, how to be portrayed. So how was the commander-in-chief? Short, bald-headed like me, yes, fat man, something like this. So you have to write that. Then the way they painted, how to paint, so he give an order, command, how to be painted. So it is to be written there. Just like two more characters are there, elderly lady, young lady. Their real shape and how to be painted. In second and third column, all of you should write in your textbook. Needs to write a textbook very clearly with a good handwriting. If you don't have enough space there in the textbook, you may write it in notebook also, no problem. But I think it is enough in the textbook. Then let us move to the next activity. Today we are going to complete the activities of the textbook. We were not doing that activity because you don't have the textbook with you. Now you have the textbook, that is why. Next activity 3, the following are the major events in the story. You may read what are the major events are there. Some of them are false while some of them are true. There are some events are there, but some of them are true, some of them are false. what you have to do? You have to find which one is true, which one is false. So, two columns are given there. In that, if it is true, you put a tick mark there in that column. If it is false, you may put a tick mark in the false column. But you have to do one more thing. What is that? After the completion of the table, which are the incorrect or false remarks? Which are the false remarks? You have to correct it and write below. Some lines are blank there in the textbook, there is space, and you may do that. For example, you may write on the left side of the column, you can write 1, 2, 3 to 12 number. Then that, for example, first one, till arrives at the palace of Archduke. Is it true or false? True or false, you say? Yes, it is true. Till arrives in the palace of Archduke. It's correct. So, you have to put a tick mark in the column true. Yes, it's over. Next, look at the second one. Till meets the Archduke. Till meets the Archduke. So, have we met? Has he met the Archduke? Yes or no? Yes, he met. There was a conversation between them, and you know that situation. So, he met. So, there was a meeting with the Archduke. Archdukeum ayalum തമ്മിൽ കാണുകയുണ്ടായി. Yes, so that's also true, and you put a tick mark in the column true. And the third one you look, he shows the picture of infant Jesus to the Archduke. Infant Jesus. Unniyeshu. Have you heard infant Jesus? He showed the picture of infant Jesus. Archduke കാണിച്ചു കൊടുത്തത് infant Jesus. Is it true? Yes or no? No, it is not true. What did he show? What did he show? He showed the picture of Lady the Virgin. Yes, Lady the Virgin. So, what you have to do? So, you have to do below that column, correct the statements that are marked false. So, you have to write number 3, write the correct. He showed the picture of Lady the Virgin. In this way, you have to write. I hope you could understand all things. So, in this way, all the 12 questions analyze, then write the incorrect statements, make it correct, and write below the table in your textbook. That's all for the activity 3. Now, we are going to study some vocabularies. All these activities are to be completed. That's why I am going through the activities today, and after completing this, we will go to the next lesson. So, come back. Let us enrich our vocabulary. Enrich vocabulary. That means making the, suppose you know how many words you know now. Can you say how many words in English you know? Is it 100? Is it 200? 500? So, maybe a lot of words you know the meanings. Anyway, what you have to do? Here, there is a chance to enrich, that means to increase. Enrich means to increase your vocabulary. Enrich your vocabulary. How? Look at the sentence from the story. The captain of the guards was tall, well-built, a red-haired man about 25. He was well-built, was a tall and red-haired man of 25. Here, well-built means, what is the meaning of well-built? Well-built means physique, that means with the physique, strong and with the strong physique. So, now find out the meanings of the words given below. You look, some words are given using well. What are the words? Well off, well known, well informed, well wisher, well read. So, these are some of the words which are used by well. Using well, there are some words. What you have to do now? You have to find out the meanings of the verb, meaning of the words. You can refer a good dictionary, or you can refer in the internet also, no problem. So, what you have to do? You have to find out the word meanings. So, for example, well off. What is well off? Well off means having plenty of money, very rich, having plenty of money. It is well off. Then well known. It's a very, I think you know that. Well known. The meaning is famous. Well known means famous. So, in this way, complete the whole. Moreover, what you have to do, now write down 5 more words with well. In this way, you have to write 5 more words with well. You have already found that well off, well known, well informed, well wisher, well read. And you have to add some more words using well. For example, well advised, well timed, well doer, well spoken, well balanced, something like that. You have to add and write their meanings also in the. So, what you have to do, this activity 1, what's your work? And this is your homework, and you should do only in the textbook. You have to write the meanings of the given words, well off, well known, well informed, well wisher and well read. Write the meanings in English, not in Malayalam. In English, write the meanings in English. Then you have to add 5 more words there using well. You can select any word if you refer a dictionary, and it is a dictionary for dictionary skill. So, you refer a dictionary and find out the words using well and write down there. Their meanings also. Not only the word, but also the meanings. Next. Okay, I think you can do that. Activity 2. Now we are going to activity 2. Look at some of the words used in the first 3 paragraphs of the story. Some words are given there, feathers, and below that gods, loafers, skeletons. Feathers, you look at the board. Feather. What is feather? You know what is the meaning of feather? What is the meaning of feather? Towel. And you are adding s. What will happen? When we add s, what will happen? Feathers. It will become plural. Just like gods. G-U-A-R-D. God is a singular God. And we are adding s. Gods. What will happen? It becomes plural. So, a word, we know a word God, and we are adding s here. And now, next column you look, attract. Attract. And with attract, what we are adding? What we are adding? Ed is added. Ed. Ed is added. And what becomes? A new. Attract is a word, attracted is another word. So, we get the past tense of it. It's like dance, dance, and what happens? What is to be added? D, yes, D is added here, danced. And a third set, you look, smart. Smart is the word, and what happens there? What is added there? ly, smartly, smartly, it is an adverb, smartly, smooth, smoothly, handsome, handsomely. So, handsomely, handsome, ly. Here ly is added and we get an adjective. Here s is added and we get what is called plural, and we get ed is added, we get past tense. Here you have found that this ly here, this s here, and this ed here. So, these are called suffixes. What is called? Suffix. Something which is added to a word. Something which is added at the end of a word. At the end of a word, something is added. It is known as suffix. It is known as suffixes. Did you understand suffix? What is suffix? Something is added to a particular word at the end. At the end of a word, something is added. It is called suffixes, and it will to get a new word. Just write There is no meaning to just write a word to get a new word. Feather will become feathers another word while adding s. Just like attract is a word, attracted is another word. How that new word we got? Adding ed. So these things, these added words or parts of the words or letters are called suffixes. Hope you have understand what is that. I hope you have understood what is suffix, what is prefix. Here, these words column way and have s added to their root words. Now, the activity for you is in column 2, ed is used with root words to get past forms and verbs. So, these are suffixes. Now, what is your activity? You have to do one thing. There is on page number 20, there is 3 columns are there, 1, 2, 3 has written, and you have to find out in the same way. Adding s, you write 3 words or 3 or 5, that means you can write in one column, you can write 2 words, no problem. Then next past tense ed and last column ly, adding ly. So that's all for the day. Thank you. Have a nice day.